You are about to discover one of the most chilling mysteries hidden within the pages of Scripture, the Nephilim, the forbidden offspring of angels and humans. Were they real, giants, demigods, or something far more terrifying? You have never heard the full story until now. This is Bible Revealed, where forgotten history and faith collide. Today, we unlock the secrets of the Nephilim, the giants of the Bible. Long before the flood of Noah, the Bible tells us in Genesis 6, "The sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. From this union came the Nephilim, mighty beings, men of renown, yet corrupted, violent and unnatural." But who exactly were the sons of God? The answer is shocking. About 200 years ago, a mysterious ancient book was discovered in the mountains of Ethiopia. It had been sealed away for centuries, its leather cover etched with cryptic symbols. When the book was finally opened, the world gasped. Inside was written the shocking truth about the Nephilim. It told the story of a group of angels who descended upon the earth. They were known as the Watchers. Sent from heaven to guard and protect mankind, they fell from grace and chose to rebel against the divine order. In their arrogance, the Watchers declared, "Let us choose for ourselves wives from among the children of men and beget children for ourselves." Was this a test? A challenge to God? Lucifer, the leader of the fallen angels, rallied his followers, saying, "You are all of you valiant and can fight the battles of heaven. Come now, let us select for our offspring both men and animals from the earth, which are of the flesh and blood." And so they did. And the fallen angels took women for themselves. But the birth of their children was anything but ordinary. They were giants, ruthless, unstoppable, the Nephilim. For 350 years, the Watchers taught mankind forbidden knowledge. They revealed sorcery, weapon-making, and enchantments. In exchange, they demanded the worship of men. Oh, how far they fell. Once heavenly beings of light, they were now masters of darkness. Their knowledge corrupted the hearts of men, bringing violence and bloodshed to the earth. God was grieved by the wickedness he had brought into the world. And so he made a decision. He would cleanse the earth of its corruption and start anew. He sent the great flood, a divine reset, but not all the Nephilim were wiped out. In the land of Nod, east of Eden, they survived. And centuries later, they would resurface, terrifying the Israelites as they fled Egypt. In the Book of Numbers, Moses said, "When we went through the land, we saw the giants, the sons of Anakim. We are but grasshoppers in our own sight, and we looked in our own eyes like grasshoppers." Were these the last of the Nephilim, survivors of the flood, or did the fallen angels return once more? The Bible leaves us with more questions than answers, but the legends don't end there. Across the world and throughout history, tales of godlike hybrids and ancient giants echo the same haunting question. Were the Nephilim real? The demigods of Greece, the heroes of Mesopotamia, the giants of Native American lore. They are part of a global narrative that dates back thousands of years. Some say the Nephilim walked among us. Their blood still flows in the veins of humanity. Others believe their spirits wander the earth as demons. And some fear that one day the Nephilim will rise again. But what do you think? Did giants roam the earth in biblical times? And if so, what happened to them? Are they gone forever? Or do they live among us still? What evidence do we have that the Nephilim once walked among us? Join the conversation below. Your voice matters. Many believe that the Nephilim were real, physical beings who lived on earth in the distant past. They point to several pieces of evidence to support their claims. First, the Bible itself mentions the Nephilim multiple times. As we discussed earlier, Genesis 6:4 says, "The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men and had children by them." Numbers 13:33 also mentions them, saying, "There we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come from the Nephilim." and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. These biblical references suggest that the Nephilim were a real people group who existed during the time of the patriarchs and were still around when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. Second, there are numerous archaeological findings that seem to support the Nephilim narrative. For example, there are ancient texts and artifacts that describe giants living in various parts of the world, including Mesopotamia, Greece, and India. One such artifact is an ancient clay tablet from Mesopotamia that dates back to 1800 BC. It tells the story of a hero named Gilgamesh who went on a quest to find the secret of immortality after the death of his friend Enkidu. During his travels, Gilgamesh encounters a giant named Humbabar who guards the cedar forest. The story describes Humbabar as a terrifying creature with 7 portals, 12 hands, 7 heads, and 3 bodies. Many believe that this and other similar stories are based on real encounters with giants. Another piece of evidence is the discovery of human skeletons that have been found throughout history with unusually high cranial volumes, large brain cases, and pronounced brow ridges. Some of these skeletons have also been found with abnormally long bones, suggesting gigantism. While mainstream archaeologists debate the origins of these remains, many believe they could be the physical evidence we need to prove that the Nephilim were real. Third, there are countless reports of giant footprints that have been discovered in various places around the world. These footprints have been found in caves, on mountaintops, and even in the middle of deserts. While skeptics argue that these footprints could be hoaxes or misinterpretations of natural rock formations, believers say that they are proof that giants once roamed the earth. Finally, there is the oral tradition of many indigenous cultures around the world that tell stories of giants living in their lands. These stories often describe giants as powerful and sometimes even benevolent creatures who lived in harmony with humans. While these stories may seem like nothing more than myths and legends, some believe they could be based on actual historical events. Overall, the evidence for the Nephilim is compelling. However, it is important to note that much of this evidence is not considered valid by mainstream archaeologists and historians. Nevertheless, believers continue to search for physical evidence of the Nephilim in order to prove once and for all that they were real. What do you think? Is there any validity to the belief that giants once roamed the earth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us today on this journey of discovery. If you enjoyed this episode and want to continue exploring the mysteries of the past, please remember to like and share. Together, we can uncover the hidden secrets of history and bring them to life for all who are curious enough to listen. Until next time, keep asking questions and seeking answers. Who knows what amazing discoveries await us?